Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. And this morning I'm having a conversation with Karen Hex from Chipping Norton here in the UK. Good morning, Karen.
Morning, hiya.
Nice to meet you, and
Yes, you too.
nice to have you on the show. So I will start off as I always do with everybody. The same question is, what is it you enjoy when you're not working?
Oh gosh, I would say I've got an almost 9-year-old, so she's good fun, and we do lots of the things that I enjoy doing together. So drinking coffee, eating cake, and generally just sort of enjoying life. We swim together, and yeah, we see friends and everything. So yes, I know it's all of those sort of things and everything. So it's yeah, it's just the simple pleasures in life. So.
Well, they make up for an awful lot of enjoyment, don't they? The simple things. If you make things far more complicated, I think that more things can go wrong. So you just sort of go for a simple walk in the countryside and enjoy that, and on the way, butterflies, birds, and you never know what you're going to see, really. So
Exactly. Yes.
I think it's good that you can do the simple things rather than having to jump through hoops. um, yeah. And you said you mentioned swimming. Have you ever done swimming outside, rivers and things like that, or has it just been in pools?
A little bit of outdoor, mainly in the pool. Where I live in Chipping Norton, we're incredibly lucky, and we've got a Lido, so which is open
Oh,
sort of 6 months of the year. So yeah, so I get to use that as often as I can. Again, either on my own or with my daughter. One of my favourites is to do it first thing in the morning. So the pool opens at sort of 6ish. So you get to kind of see the sun come up and get the birds around you
yeah.
and things like that. So yeah, it's lovely. It's not only as do you get to enjoy a lovely swim, but you get sort of entertained by the wildlife around you too.
Well,
So
yes,
so yeah,
and I think that makes it kind of, doesn't it, really?
it does.
Instead of having a sort of clinical indoor pool with, um, you know, clanging and all the rest of it, it's
Exactly.
lovely to just sort of be outside. And I think they're having a renaissance, Lidos. I've seen several on the television that they've had within the East Anglia area. And they're pumping, some of the councils are pumping a lot of money into reopening some of these, which is brilliant because they lend themselves to people wanting to swim outside, but not exactly in rivers, so it's a bit safer.
Yes,
Um,
exactly. Yes,
yeah.
yeah, and it's nice. I mean, where we live in Oxfordshire, we've got quite a few of them actually. So we're very, we're lucky, and it's just the social aspect. We get to kind of picnic afterwards, and there's a cafe there. So I guess in a roundabout sort of way, you're contributing back to the town that you live in as well, because it's sort of supported and ran by local people, and also the children get to do lifeguarding and everything as well. So yes, and it's really nice. I'm incredibly lucky. So it's certainly one of my favourite things to do in the summertime.
Yes. And is there anything else that you enjoy doing?
I enjoy walking, so I've recently signed up to do an event in October to walk from Bristol to Bath along it's kind of a disused railway line. So at the
Oh,
moment I'm sort
nice.
of training for that. So I've got a plan that kind of breaks it down into bite-sized sort of chunks, and
Yes.
some days are longer than others. So that's nice. I get to do it with friends and everything as well.
Hmm.
So
And
yeah.
how,
So
what's the distance for that?
so it's going to be it's like a half a marathon, so it's 12 sort of 13 miles and everything.
Hmm.
So it's kind of an achievable distance, and
Yes.
sort of pushing myself a little bit, but not in a way that means I can't kind of do the training alongside sort of everyday life and everything.
Yes.
So
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 it's
yes, it's
taking
lovely.
exactly, and it's something that you've got a goal to do. Is it in aid of a charity or anything like that?
No, I'm doing it with a friend, and we did debate, but we kind of she had an injury fairly early on, so wasn't able to do some of the training, which
Hmm.
she's caught up on again since. But yeah, no, we decided that we would just do it just to, I guess, to to train and everything at the same time, but also, without any added pressure or anything like
Yeah.
that. So, if we do well with this one, then, who knows what we'll do another time and everything. But
It
but
gives an
yes,
opportunity to find out, what it's like, albeit just a walk, but
yeah,
it's a walk with a, with a purpose. And then, as you
yes,
say, it you can do it in the future. I mean,
well, exactly.
it's
Yeah.
as you say, the pressures of trying to get sponsorship
Well,
is,
that's the problem, I know, and
yeah,
it's neither of us have walked, I guess, that far before, or not sort of um, all in one go or anything, I guess. So yeah,
yeah.
so it was baby steps and everything. So yes,
Yes, yes, and it should be nice too, because I think some walks with the old railway lines, it's not necessarily uphill. It's nice and flat.
exactly, exactly. Yep.
Yes, there's no
Yeah,
no
it
no
looks lovely and
challenging.
scenic too. So
Yes,
yes.
no mountains to clamber up.
Exactly. Yep. That was our thinking behind it. So it's a
Yeah,
nice one. So yes. Yeah, yeah.
yes. No, I quite like. We have very close to here. There was an old railway line running from Braintree to Great Dunmow,
Okay.
and it's called the Flitchway. And so what they've done is they've sort of opened it up. It's for walkers and cyclists, and the old station is now a tea room
Oh, nice. Oh,
in
excellent.
Rain, and they've done all sorts to it, and it's lovely that it's
Yeah.
got a new lease of life.
Oh, excellent. Yeah, it's a good way to see. It's a good way of keeping those sort of footpaths open, isn't it? So, so yeah, yeah, yeah. But no, it's very nice. So, yeah, something I really enjoy doing is walking. It's just it doesn't cost you anything, and you get
No.
just the chance to enjoy the world around you and muddle the day over. So, so yeah, certainly one of my go-to things to do as much as I possibly can. So yes.
Yes, I've just recently. There's a group called the Valley Strollers. It's linked to a local church. I don't go to the church, but I go along to the walks. A few people I know go, and they have different leaders for the walks each month.
Oh,
So
nice.
I don't tend to go out when it's really hot. I'm a sort of cool weather walker, really,
Don't blame you.
and and we've been on some very interesting walks, along a canal through the countryside, around different parts of Essex, which is nice to see, because I don't particularly like walking on my own. So it's nice to be able to go out with a group and sort of meet up with different people. So you've
Good
got the sort
idea.
of interaction as well as exercise, which is quite a good combination, really.
Sounds really nice. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's cool. Yeah, it's nice, but yeah, those walking groups are really nice and everything. So yeah, you get to see footpaths and things that you wouldn't normally see.
Yeah,
So yeah,
yeah.
that's lovely. Yeah, yeah.
Do you belong to the Ramblers or anything like that, or is
No, no, with my daughter, it's tricky to try and find time to do the sort of
yeah,
consistently. So no, I just tend to do it in sort of snatch times when she's not with me, or on the days I can drag her along, then I take her with me. But yeah, it's easier not to, but something I would certainly like to do at some point in the future.
mm,
So
mm.
yeah, yeah,
How
yeah.
old is your daughter?
She's going to be 9 next week. So yes, we've got a very excited, almost 9-year-old with
Oh,
plans of what she's going to do with her birthday. So
is she
yes,
having a party or a few friends or?
a little bit, yeah, with a small group of friends. She wants to go sledging, so we've got
Oh,
an indoor um, snow sort of activity centre.
oh,
So
nice.
she was disappointed that she didn't get any snow in the winter time. So she's like,
Oh,
"Well, can I go sledging for my birthday?" It's like, "Well, of course you can. There's no reason why we can't go in July." So she
oh,
wants to do that. So it'd be a
absolutely.
nice day out with a few of her
It
friends.
will.
So yeah,
Yeah.
yes,
I've heard a lot of people use these indoor snow places,
yeah,
and but I've never been myself.
yeah,
But they certainly sound great fun to be
yes,
able to do that kind of sport, as you say, in the summer.
all
Um,
year round. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
and not worry about yes, anything outside, so it's all sort of contained and safe. Um,
Exactly. Yep. More certainly more consistent snow, if nothing else. I know we had We haven't had any the last few years, so yeah, so she's very upset. So yeah, so hopefully this will be enough to achieve her goal for a little while. So
Yeah, keep her going until we get some snow, perhaps.
exactly, that's the idea behind it. Yes, yeah, she's got a brand new sledge that she's not yet used. So yeah, so
Ah, I
the plan
see.
is to hopefully
Right.
yeah get a bit of sledging in. So yes, so no, she's looking forward to it, and it'll be nice. It'll be a nice sort of alternative way of celebrating her birthday and everything. So yes.
Yes. Yes. And have you ever done any other sort of outside activity like canoeing or paddleboarding or anything like that?
Yeah, no, I've tried both. Yeah, I have a friend who has the blow up versions of both. So yes, a
Yes.
couple of summers ago, we got a chance to use them and everything, which was really good fun. The paddleboarding, it took me a little while to get my head around the fact that you can do this and you can balance and all the rest of it and stuff. So
Yeah.
yes, and it was really good fun. So yeah, and yeah, did sort of canoeing and everything as well. So yeah, no, it's yeah, I'm lucky I have some like really nice friends that have got these things I can borrow and
Yes.
everything. So
Well, yeah,
so yeah,
absolutely. It's and if you really want to go all out, you then know that you're going to enjoy it and you can go and get your own. But it's great
exactly.
that you can, as you say, have friends that have these things that that are on a little bit more expensive side than just a free walk.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
yes,
So yeah, no, it's nice. It was good fun to do, and it was good to have somebody that I knew who was experienced in using both and
yeah,
everything. So yes, and it was good. It was nice to kind of add to the list of things that I've tried. So I'd like to
mm,
try more paddleboarding at some point, but again, it's just there's only
the
so much
time.
time that you have to do all these things. So yeah, so at
Yes.
some point I'll come back and have another go and see whether we can get confident enough to stand up this time and everything. So yes,
It's just, well, it's being out in the water, isn't it? It's
it
being
is
out in nature. You don't
exactly.
necessarily, yes, a challenge to yourself to stand up,
Yeah,
but it's not the be all and end all of actually doing it. Yes, it's an achievement, but you're still out on the pedalboard and you're still enjoying yourself. The added pressure you don't need.
exactly. Yes, exactly. It was the first time experience. So it was more than perfect for what I needed it to do. So
Yeah.
so yes.
Because there's one canal relatively close to where I am, and they have a whole gang of people that go out fairly regularly, and most of them kneel up to do it, and they do a litter picking on the canal.
Oh, nice. Oh, wow. Well, that's really cool. Yeah, that's a good way of doing it and everything.
Yeah,
So a bit of fun whilst doing, a really
yes,
worthwhile sort of thing and everything as
yeah.
well. So yeah, that's a good way of doing it. So yes, I like
They
that
they
one.
they all kneel or
Yes,
sit, so
yes.
you're in with the best of them.
Yep, definitely. I think it's a really clever idea. I mean, there's quite a lot of litter picks around, but yeah, combining the two together is
Mm.
it's a really nice idea. So yeah, it's really clever.
And I hadn't realised actually that paddleboarding's been about for quite some time. There was a chap on the television. I think he was on one of the contestants on the Sewing Bee
Okay.
on BBC, and they sort of do a sort of bit of background of people. And he said he's been paddleboarding for 15 years.
Oh wow. Oh gosh. Okay.
I
So
didn't
yes.
realise that
No,
paddleboards have been
me
around
neither.
that long.
Yeah, no, I
It's
thought it would be much more recent, but I guess maybe it's just got more accessible, I suppose. There's lots
yes,
of these disused sort of quarry type sort of areas that seem to be setting up as
yeah,
water sports sort of centres and everything, which, they offer the paddleboarding and the other
mm,
um, things to go with it and everything. So I guess now it's just become more accessible and, more sort of talked about and everything.
yes,
So yes,
and
yeah.
a great use of an old quarry.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
You
Yeah. That's
know,
a really clever idea. There's one that's not so far from here, and they have sort of food trucks that turn up, and again, it becomes a whole
yeah,
sort of social, sort of community space and everything as well. So yeah,
yes.
I know I go back to the Lido. They do. I'm not sure. I don't know this summer, but certainly last summer they were doing. Yoga on a paddleboard, which I was tempted to try.
Oh,
I couldn't make the dates work or anything, so
yeah.
I'm guessing it's tethered and that you're not going to sort of, keep capsizing each
Sail
time
off.
you try and do it. Exactly.
Yeah,
But I thought that was quite a good fun way of
yeah,
trying yoga in a different sort of setting and all the rest.
yes.
So yeah, so it's on my list of things to look out for and try and achieve this summer if I can.
Yeah,
So yes,
that's a little bit different, isn't it? I mean, you can imagine
exactly.
the headline with somebody doing yoga on a river, and there was somebody that disappeared.
Yes,
They went off.
exactly. So yeah. Oh
Yeah,
no.
not a lot safer in
But
the
yeah,
Lido, but yeah, what a great idea
exactly.
to do it
Yes,
on a paddleboard. Gosh,
exactly. Yeah,
I mean, I've
exactly.
heard of it.
I guess.
I've heard of laughing yoga, and I've heard
Oh
of
yes,
yoga and cat yoga, but I've never heard
exactly.
of paddleboard yoga. So
No, me neither. So yeah, so it's something I'd like to try if I can try and find somewhere that's doing it. So yeah, life's all about trying new things that you wouldn't normally
yes,
get the opportunity to try. So if it can be done in a
absolutely.
safe sort of fun environment, then but yeah, I'm very much for it. So, so yes.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I mean, last time I did yoga was many years ago, and I recall, when they do the sort of relaxation at the end. Apparently, well, I know for a fact it wasn't apparently. I know for a fact that I fell asleep,
Oh, nice.
and the everybody left. I was the only one left in the hall,
Excellent.
and the lady had another class that she needed to go
Oh wow.
to.
Oh shame.
So she was desperately trying to wake me up, but
Oh,
oh dear,
excellent. Just
I
shows
felt an
how good the class had been and everything, and how
yes,
relaxed you were. So
yeah,
yes.
and she's stopped doing them now, so she does Zumba now. So it's a bit disappointing
Oh,
that
shame.
she doesn't do the yoga anymore. But yes, it was really quite
Excellent.
enjoyable.
Oh, definitely. Sounds like it. So yes.
Yeah, yeah. Anyway, Kat, it's been fascinating to get to know you a little bit more
Yes. Thank you.
outside of the sort of the business world, as it were.
Yeah.
And I think it's important to get to know people, outside and
Very much
find
so.
out what they do outside of business. So
Yes.
thank you
No,
for
thank you.
joining me today.
Yes. Thank you for suggesting it. So yeah, and I really enjoyed it. Thank you very much. Yes.
Thank you.